Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get.
Thrivers, welcome. We are here with the U.S. Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year, Clay Clark. And Clay, you look fantastic today.
Well, one of the things I did today is for you specially.
Oh, okay.
So just for you.
Yeah.
Was nothing different.
I love that about you.
Yeah.
Clay, we have Thrivers in 45 countries now, worldwide.
Yeah.
And they send us questions every single week. And they're very specific. They could be specific as, hey, what do I do in this specific office situation?
And we have a lady named Jennifer.
Yeah.
That has sent us a mailbag question. Jennifer Allen, where are you at? Jennifer Allen, we don't want to give away your whereabouts, but we know you're somewhere in America. Is that right? Can
Yeah,
we say
somewhere in America, that's safe to say.
Can we give away your phone number? No, we can't. We'll move on.
What about Social Security? No,
We're just going to read Jennifer Allen's Social Security number. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to compromise where you live. We're just going to give away your Social Security. Marshall, give us the mailbag question. I'm excited.
Okay, Jennifer asks, we are a specialty physical therapy clinic that recently added 2 locations, in essence, doubling our size.
Boom.
Okay?
Good job. Win for America.
Okay, so we had to do some changes to the process.
Okay.
Taking new patient calls. Previously, we had all patient calls ring into 3 people. Okay.
3 people.
Just dedicated to doing that. With the new process, we're averaging, with the old process, averaging only 15 to 20 new patients being scheduled a day.
Yep.
You with me?
I'm feeling like a petting zoo, okay? It's hard to be more with you than I
Okay,
am.
today we reprogrammed the phones to have them ring to 5 people, including 2 front office people, and gave them a goal. If the entire company worked together, scheduled 50 new patients. From 15 across the company, we would buy lunch for the entire company, okay? Well, with the goal, the team working together, they scheduled 51. 51 people.
That would be a lot of home runs in the pre-steroid era.
So what are your thoughts? Jennifer's question here. What are your thoughts on ways to keep this team motivated to work at this higher level? I'm definitely a carrot versus stick type of leader, but I wonder what else might we do to encourage teamwork and motivate the crew? Okay, so Clay, first and foremost, can you get us into this topic? Carrot versus stick. What are we talking about here?
Okay, first off, Jennifer, I want you to listen closely here. I drew a little diagram. This is 3 people, 15 patients, 5 people, 50 patients, 51 patients.
There it is.
But I wanna walk you through this because I'm not going to fight you, but I send this because I care. Remember, I don't make any more money if you do this or don't. I send this because I care. If you're gonna give a carrot, you also have to have a stick. It could be a small stick. In fact, it could be such a massive stick that people don't ever want to see you use it. That's the kind of stick I would recommend. So just an example, like in military strategy, you read The Art of War, if you've ever read the book The Art of War, if you've researched a lot of this stuff, if you have such a perceived military might, most people don't want you to unleash the military might. They're just like, well, hey, I was just kidding. Seriously, don't put the tank, but just please don't shoot us, So you want to have at least a perceived stick, okay? But you want to focus on carrots, okay? So I'm just trying to say, like in America, if they got rid of the jail system and there was no penalty at all for not paying your taxes or for not driving at whatever speed you felt was appropriate, we would all just be having our own personal Autobahn, driving as fast as possible. Autobahn referencing the highway, which there is no speed limit in Germany. But the thing is, you would be going as fast as you could go if there was no limit. So let's make sure we focus on having a big carrot here, but understand we do need to have a little bit of a stick. And what we've done here for you is we've put together some very specific things for you. So Marshall, I've prepared a notable quotable, and I'd like for you to go ahead and read this notable quotable from my main man, Gino Wickman.
What book did Gino Wickman write?
He wrote a book called Traction, which is perhaps one of the most practical business books for daily management I've ever read. It's so good. Gino Wickman, traction, but read this notable quotable.
Okay. Gino says, most people are sitting on their own diamond mines. The surest ways to lose your diamond mine are to get bored, become overambitious, or start thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Find your core focus, stick to it, and devote your time and resources to excelling at it. What does he mean?
Oh, man. This right here, for those of you who love reading scripture, this to me reads like scripture.
Okay.
He says the surest way to lose your diamond mine, like a mine as in like in the ground where there's diamonds, is to become bored. Who's not guilty of that? You're like, oh, I'm making so much money with this business. We're starting to have 15 patients a day, 15 in a week, new patients, and you decided you were sitting on a diamond mine and you decided to do what? You did not become bored. No, you didn't. You brought in that fifth car, which allowed you to go from 15 to 51. And you decided not to become overambitious where you're like, let's go ahead and get like 47 callers. No. You didn't become bored. You didn't become overambitious, and you didn't start thinking about the grass is greener. You realized that you could make your own grass greener by just focusing. So you guys are off to a great start. I'm super, super excited about what you're doing here. We have some action items I want you to do. Marshall's going to read the action item, and I'm going to tell you how to apply it. We're going to go pretty rapid fire, super fast. Thrivers all across the world. This applies to everybody. But do not become bored. Do not become overambitious, and do not start thinking that the grass is greener. Marshall, hit it.
So, Thrivers, you've had some success. Jennifer, you've had some success. First step, action item number 1, determine your daily key performance indicators, the target number for the number of patients that you want to hit every single day. Clay?
I work with a lot of doctors, and I will tell you, most of the doctors that I've worked with, they become either bored, overambitious, or they think the grass is greener. The ones who are succeeding keep focusing on the daily key performance indicators. You have to think about right now, how many patients, I want to get this right, they saw 51 in the week by having 5. Is that right, for the week?
No, 51 a day.
A day? Ow!
50. They scheduled 51 people in one day.
Oh, it's just too good. It's too good. It's just painful. It's like it's too hot. It's
too
hot. Anyway, so the thing is, if you're going to want to see, let's make the goal. Let's make it 75 a day. We want to see 75 patients a day. Let's make that a goal. So we need to go ahead and determine 75 patients a day. Let's say it with me now. 75 patients a day. Jennifer, say it with me. 75 patients a day. Everybody now. 75 patients a day. Boom. Determine that number.
So determine the number. Set that daily performance, key performance indicator, whatever that is. Set it. Step number 2, post your daily key performance indicators someplace where everybody will see it in the office. Every single person. Why is this important?
Well, I'm going to pile on a notable quotable from our main man, Gino Wickman, okay? Same author. He says, what gets measured gets done. So what we're talking about is you have to now put that number up where people can see it. Put 75 on the bathroom stalls. Put it on, when you walk into the office, put it on the back side of the door. Put it on the computer screens. Put it everywhere, right? The number 75, 75, 75, 75. Can I go 75, 75, 75? Oh, 75, hey, 75. Just focus on 75. What you think about, you bring about, okay? 75, 75. Say it with me now. 75, 75. Focus on 75. Post it up everywhere. Dominate it. Let it totally become your all-consuming passion. Ha!
So 75 patients or whatever that daily key performance indicator is, post it everywhere. Then once they've posted it, step number 3, action item number 3, determine the daily metrics that you must measure to achieve that 75, achieve that key performance indicator, and post it someplace where everybody will say it.
Now, this is easy for me because I've done medical before,
okay.
So I'm going to break it down. But I'm telling you, like, you have to figure out how many hours, how many staffers do we have to schedule to hit 75, and how many hours do they need to be working on the phone to get those 75? Or you need to think about how many people do we need to schedule? Maybe what hours do we need to schedule? Maybe you have more traffic flow, more calls at night than during the day, maybe more in the morning than during the afternoon. Maybe for the haircut business I own, we have a lot more dudes who want to get their haircut on a Friday night or a Saturday than we have people that want to get their haircut on like a Monday. So you have to think about staffing, but break it down, be very, very specific, and determine the daily metrics. Ask yourself, what are the metrics that we need to achieve this goal? Ask yourself, and again, put that on the big sheet. You put 75 on the big sheet. Underneath it, put those metrics.
Okay, so that gets us into the 4th action item. For all of you Thrivers out there, you got to put these numbers on your agendas.
Yep.
Okay? You got to put this number in your newsletters. You You got to put this number. Where else do you need to put it, Clay?
You need to put it everywhere that you're just going to see it. You have to obsess about it. And the one thing about it is I grew up in a church where the pastor was a guy named Pastor Exley when I was a young guy. And that guy, when he would preach, he would get into it so much that occasionally he'd have to like clear his throat. Ha! You know, sometimes you go to churches where you see the minister where he's just so into, he's sweating, he's profusely sweating, and he'll just, ha! This is the kind of enthusiasm we need to have about this idea. So I'm talking about put these numbers on your agendas. Ha! Put them on the newsletters. Ha! You got to, ha! You know, people need to be saying, amen. I mean, when you go to work, you need to be so excited. Your office needs to be unified about this. People need to be excited where they're saying, whoa, Jennifer, what's gotten into you? When you say, sorry, I thought you said 75. What was that? I mean, you have to be focused on just that number. Put it everywhere. Put it on the agendas. Put it on the newsletters. Put it where the people will see it. Put it on the tablet. Declare the good news. Make it happen.
Managers, all of the Thrivers who are managers, their boss goes, well, yeah, it'd be pretty sweet if we hit 75 every day.
Weak sauce.
And then they're kind of like, well, you know, why are you so excited about 75? Well, you said 75 would make a difference.
Get excited. Get excited about that number. Get excited about that number. I remember I had made a goal for myself back in the day. I want to make $1,000 a week. I thought about that. I want to make $1,000 a week. If I could make $1,000 a week, that'd be $1,000 a week. You know what I could buy with $1,000 a week? I could get air conditioning. I could fix my transmission. I could not eat budget gourmet every single day. My life would be different. So you had to get excited about the number and then focus in on that number. Focus on core tasks until success. Focus on core tasks until success. Say it with me now. Focus on core tasks until success.
Okay. So Jennifer and all the Thrivers out there that are managing this team of people to working towards these big goals, the fifth action step for you is determine a carrot that is exciting enough for people to want to achieve this goal on a daily basis.
Okay, now Jennifer, we talked about. You said you didn't want to do a stick. I'm just talking about having some big military might, so people are afraid.
Sure.
You know. But now you're talking about the carrot. This is the part you want to talk about, the carrot. The carrot, what you need to do with the carrot is you need to make sure that it's exciting. People want it. So I used to do this with the DJ office. If we hit this amount of sales before the noon, because I knew it would perpetuate the rest of the day's success, if we had this many sales before noon, then we would pay for everyone's lunch.
That's a super move.
So if we got this many sales before noon, then we'll go ahead and pay for lunch. I worked at a different business where they said if anyone on the team had this many sales at the end of the month, we will pay your car payment. So everyone's like, I want to hit that goal. What was that number again? And everyone's focused. But you have to have some sort of daily goal that people are so excited about that it becomes a single unifying force. In the game of football, which I love so much, and I know football people listening, we have more people in the world. We have more Thrivers right now, Marshall, who when I say football, they think I'm talking about soccer. Than Thrivers who think of American football when I say football, because we're more international than we are national right now.
Sure.
But anyway, football, the thing about football is there's a huddle. So the team calls the play, and they hike the ball, and they go do it. Then they come back. All right, what happened? All right, here's the next play. Boom, huddle, boom, huddle. You as a team need to huddle every day. You execute the plan, you huddle. You execute the plan, you huddle. And I recommend, Jennifer, you have a daily morning huddle. 10-minute, 5-minute standing pep talk. Let's go. Boom, huddle, boom, huddle, boom. We have a lot of companies all across America right now that have Thrive Team subscriptions. And what they do as a team is they'll watch the Thrive videos in the morning for 15 minutes. Then they huddle and they go. We do that in our own office. And I'm just telling you, we've got to galvanize the team and get them excited, Jennifer, because this is your year. Ha!
Okay, so carrot and stick. Did you were talking about the carrot versus stick. Do you advocate against the stick?
No, just the stick. It's like not something you want to do, but you have to do is step number 6. Step number 6 ties into this. Actually, step number 6. Okay, you have to determine the biggest limiting factors preventing you from achieving the goal. And in every company, probably not your company, probably just probably just companies I'm involved in. I probably have like a curse, or something. But every company, there is somebody who's a limiting membrane. There's somebody who's a limiting factor. Somebody who's like, well, I don't really understand what this goal's about. Really, I mean, was it a game? I mean, these are people's lives. These are patients. I mean, if I was a patient, I wouldn't want to be a number. And you're like, you try to motivate them, coach them, and they go, well, and I tell you what, the traffic is insane today. And you're like, well, if you leave exactly on time, with exactly enough time to get to work on time, you'll always be late eventually. I mean, so, if you've had that talk and you keep talking about being late, and then you're like, I'm just not motivated. All we ever talk about is the same goal. I'm just not motivated. Eventually, you have to realize it's time to, going back to my football analogy, make a cut. So the way I like to make a cut, you got two different philosophies. You can do A or B. I'm giving you an A or a B. A is you put up with it and it becomes a limiting membrane. And then you privately pull the person aside and you go, Karen, it's just not working out, And then you tell the team says, what happened to Karen? Why doesn't she work here? And you say, well, I don't really want to get into it. I don't really know. Karen just wanted to move on. And that's a lie. Or you do the big stick option, which is when you do let Karen go. You let everybody know, everybody, Karen's a great lady. We wish her well, but she was terminated for being late repeatedly.
And you don't blindside them.
Yeah, you've warned this person. You've written them up.
They understand. They know.
But you've ring. You've told people, listen. Karen, kind of crazy eye, was let go because she was late. Let this be a reminder. And you're not going to decapitate Karen and put her head on a stick in the office and say, there she is. That's what happens when you're late. You don't do that. But you do want to reference the fact that she no longer works there because of her actions. And what that does is it creates just enough of that big military force that our main man, Sun Tzu, who wrote The Art of War, he's talking about this concept. If people think you have a big stick, you won't have to use it very much. There's people in my office now that heard, probably a thriver. There's probably someone in my office right now who's watching this video who's upset about this analogy. But there was someone in our office who had to get whacked a few months ago. Whacked. And I had to make sure that everybody knew, listen, let's be real. This person was whacked for lack of performance. They know, I know, I don't care what they're going to tell you. This is the reality. Don't let it happen to you.
Okay, so that kind of gets us into the seventh action step here.
Come on.
The seventh action step. So behind the scenes, work aggressively towards improving or removing the biggest limiting factor.
Yeah, so as a team, you want to focus positively on that number. But behind the scenes, you got to look at it. Maybe your checklists are terrible. I mean, Jennifer, maybe you have terrible checklists. Maybe your phone system is not very good. Maybe your scripting, your phone script isn't very good. Maybe your process for when you check voicemails isn't very good. Maybe your calling system can only handle a certain number of calls at one time. Maybe your database is slow. Maybe your whatever. Find your limiting. Always identify the biggest limiting factor. Maybe it's advertising. Maybe you're not advertising enough to get over the next hurdle. But look at your biggest limiting factor and keep scaling, and do not stop.
Okay, and so I really want to drive this home. I got a notable quotable from our man Elon Musk. Okay.
If you don't know who Elon Musk is, just a quick backgrounder on that guy. This is the guy who started SpaceX. He started Tesla. He started Solar City. But before that, he was part of the PayPal mafia. He's one of the guys who started PayPal, the first online verified payment system. He and Peter Thiel from Facebook fame and Reid Hoffman from the LinkedIn fame. Kind of a big deal.
Okay, so Elon Musk says, I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Yeah. How important is this, and how have you done this in your businesses?
Yeah, I'll give you 3 quick ways to do this. One is you can hire a mystery shopper, somebody who mystery shops your medical practice. They shop. No one on your team knows that they're paid to be a mystery shopper, but they are shopping, and they're evaluating the experience. That's one. 2 is you can survey customers and incentivize them for being honest about those surveys. And the 3rd is you can do this thing called walk-around management, one of my favorites. This is... Lee Cockrell talks about this a lot. He's one of our Thrive mentors, the Disney guy. This is one of my favorite moves. Here's what we do. How many employees does it take to do anything? Well, it could take all of them if no one walks around and manages. So what you'll find is you'll have like, hey, bro, do you know how to fix this? And employee number 2 says, let me come on over here and let me see. And then employee 3 is like, what are you guys doing? Employee number 4 is like, what is everybody doing? Employee number 5 says, there's like 5 people here right now. Well, actually, just with me, there's 4. And then employee 6 is like, what's he talking about? I think there's 6 of us. Employee 7 says, well, hey, you guys need to get back to work. And then employee 8's like, can we talk? It seems like everyone's not working. And then pretty soon you have all these different people talking, and then you go, hey, get out of here. Get back to work. So
how many times, I mean, I don't mean to set you off, but how many times have you walked into a room and there's like 6 people standing around the broken printer, and it just kind of, well, I thought you were going to fix it. Or, I mean, is that one of the most insane things?
You took me to a dark place, and I'm trying to just go back into my mother's womb. I'm trying to go back into a blanket's calm. Here's the deal. This happens about every 3 hours. So, I mean, we have strong managers that help out, but I lose my mind. And I'm riddled by insecurity. I grew up in poverty. I have tons of insecurity. I'm trying to support people in the family. I've got big goals. And so I probably have a weird motor. I can't handle lethargy and sitting around. But I'm just telling you, you just those one of those 3. Okay, walk around management. Okay, walk around management. Mystery shopper, or incentivized surveys. That's the move.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk through all of these action items for this office optimization. Okay,
for Jennifer, he's calling you this office optimization. What does he not respect your name? We're talking about my main friend Jennifer.
Okay, for Jennifer, here we go. Action item number 1: determine your daily key performance indicators, the target number, the number of patients you want to hit every day. 2: post your daily key performance indicators someplace where everybody sees it.
Could you read the second one, but it kind of went a little more like pastoral, like a charismatic ha?
Okay, a pastoral ha.
Yeah, go put number 2 again one more time. Just make sure.
Post your daily key performance indicators someplace where everybody will see it. Ha!
Ha!
Okay, number 3, determine the daily metrics that you must measure to achieve this goal and post it someplace where everybody will see it.
Ha! You got to do the hot. What do you?
Okay,
I
thought you just
freaking
meant
out
2.
the congregation.
Okay.
People are expecting. Do it again.
Okay, determine the daily metrics that you must measure to achieve this goal and post it someplace where everybody will see it. Ha!
Go ahead.
Number 4, put these numbers on the agendas and put this number in your newsletters. Ha!
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, determine a carrot that is exciting enough for people to want to achieve the goal on a daily basis. Ha!
No, you didn't.
Number 6, determine the biggest limiting factors preventing you from achieving the goal. Ha!
Go ahead.
And number
Just let it
7,
happen.
Number 7, behind the scenes,
No.
work aggressively
No.
towards improving
Too good.
and
No.
removing the biggest limiting factor. Ha!
Ah! Shunda.
Okay, so Clay, I really do appreciate you working through this with me.
I got excited about it. But I thought about Jennifer's business, and something happened, and it became this cornucopia of awesome. It was like we talked about one of my favorite things: not getting distracted, not getting bored, not the grass is greener. You're sitting on your own diamond mine. Bam! This is the best episode ever.
Thrivers, thank you so much for joining us today. Clay, thank you for sharing all this knowledge.
I don't know who Sharon is. Why is your last name all this knowledge? Goodbye. All right, JT, so hypothetically, in your mind, what is the purpose of having a business?
To get you to your goals. So it's a vehicle to get you to your destination.
And would you need profits to get there? I mean, is when you have a business that's successful, in your mind, in your expert opinion, would you need profits to get you to your goals?
Yeah, because if you have a $15 million business, but you have $15 million of expenses, it's kind of pointless.
Holy crap!
All right, so the question I would have here for you, if you could take 10 minutes or less and see if you could save $3,000 a year by reducing your credit card fees, would you do it?
Yes, absolutely.
Holy crap.
Why would somebody out there who's listening right now who has a sane mind, why would they not go to thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card, thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card to schedule a 10-minute consultation to see if they can reduce their credit card fees by at least $3,000 a year.
Why would they not do it?
Yeah, why would they not do it?
Maybe because they didn't understand how you said the website.
This tree is a symbol of the spirit of the Griswold family Christmas.
No, that's clear. Okay, so that could be true. So I would encourage everybody to check out thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card, thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card. What would be another reason why someone would not be willing to take 10 minutes to compare rates to see if they could save $3,000 or more on credit card fees?
Maybe they think it is a waste of time and that it won't. It's not possible.
There's somebody out there that's making more than $3,000 every 10 minutes, and they're like, nah, that's not worth my time.
We getting there, right money. We getting there, right money.
There's probably someone out there
Okay.
that would think that.
Well, I'll just tell you, folks, if you're out there today and you're making less than $3,000 per 10 minutes, I would highly recommend that you go to thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card because you can compare rates, you can save money. And, you know, the big goal, in my opinion, of building a business is to create time freedom and financial freedom. And in order to do that, you have to maximize your profits.
Holy crap.
Now, one way to maximize your profits is to increase your revenue. Another way to do it is to decrease your expenses.
It's a profit deal. It takes the pressure off.
JT, is there any other reason why somebody would not be willing to take 10 minutes to compare rates to see if they could save a total of $3,000 a year on average?
I am at a loss and I cannot think of any other.
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really? Stop looking at me, Swan.
Well, let me tell you a good story here real quick here. I actually, years ago, compared rates with this company here called IPS. It's Integrated Payment Services. And I scheduled a consultation. I don't know that I was skeptical. I just thought, whatever, I'll take 10 minutes. I'll compare rates.
I can't tell.
You can tell me I'm a doctor.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Or can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
And in my case, in my particular case, I save over $20,000 a year.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Which is, like groceries when my wife goes to the organic stores.
Find everything you need today?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Oh, God. No.
Everything okay, ma'am?
It's just that you've only scanned a few items and it's already $60. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm a trained professional, ma'am. I've scanned a lot of groceries. I need you to stay with me.
It's just that my in-laws are in town and they want a charcuterie board.
Well, this isn't gonna be easy, so I need you to be brave, all right? What's your name?
Patricia.
Trisha, all right. I need you to take a deep breath. We're about to do the cheese.
You know, that's the difference between
food
eating
groceries.
organic and not organic. So because my wife eats organic, I had to take the 10 minutes needed to compare rates to save the $20,000 a year on credit card fees just for one of my companies.
One question. What's the brand name of the clock?
The brand name of the clock, Rod. Do we have name of the clock. It's an elegant from Ridgeway. It's from Ridgeway.
Let's buy
Buy the clock.
and sell the fireplace.
So I encourage everybody out there, go to thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card. You schedule a free consultation, request information. A member of our team will call you. They'll schedule a free consultation. It should take you 10 minutes or less. And they're going to compare rates and see if they can't save you more than $3,000 a year off of your credit card processing.
You were hoping what?
I wouldn't owe you money at the end of the
No,
day.
you don't owe us money.
Because at the end of the day, the goal of the business is to create time freedom and financial freedom. And in order to do that, you need to create additional profits.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminix, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listening and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Morrow. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you are looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like him most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company or, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
If we go back 8 years ago, think about the number of clients you had back then versus the number of clients you have now. As a percentage, what has been the growth over the past 8 years, do you think? We got to inspire somebody out there who just doesn't have the time to listen to their calls.
Okay, so Clay, it's like I would go up and down from about $10,000 a month up to about $40,000, but it's up and down roller coaster. And so now we've got it to where we're in excess of 100 clients.
That's awesome.
And so I would have anywhere from 5 clients to 20 clients on my own with networking, but I had no control over it. I didn't, without the systems, you're going to be victimized by your own business.
For somebody out there who struggles with math, if you, let's say that your average number of clients was 30 and you go to 100, as a percentage, what is that?
I have doubled every year since working with you. So I've doubled in clients, I've doubled in revenue every year. It's 100% growth every year I've worked with. Now, so I'm looking, we've been good friends 7-8 years, and I've got doubled 5 times.
Which is just incredible. I mean, the first time you do it, that's one thing, but when you do it repeatedly,
yeah,
I mean, that's unbelievable.
We're working our Blessed Assurance off this year to double. We're planning on doubling again. We're incorporating some new things in there to really help us do it, but we are going to double again this year. I started coaching, but it would go up and down, Clay. That's when I came to you, as I was going up and down, and I wanted to go up and up instead of up and down. And so that's when it needed a system. So creating a system is you have nailed down specific steps that you're going to take no matter how you feel, no matter the results. You lean into them and you do them regardless of what's happening. You lean into them and it will give you X number of leads. You follow up with those leads, turns into sales. Well, I tell you, it's if you don't have a script and you don't have a system, then every day is a whole new creation. You're creating a lot of energy just to figure out what are you going to do.
Right.
And the best executives, Peter Drucker is a father of modern management. He said the most effective executives make one decision a year. What you do is you make a decision, what is your system, and then you work like the Dickens to make sure you follow that system. And so that's really what it's all about. So with a script here, we have a brand new gal that just came in working for us. She nailed down the script, and she's been nailing down appointments. Usually we try to get one appointment for every 100 calls. We make 200 to 300 calls a day per rep.
Right.
And she's been nailing down 5 and 8 appointments a day.
Somebody out there is having a hard time.
That script.
So she's making how many calls a day?
She's making between 200 and 300 calls a day.
Whoa. And our relationship is weird in that we do. If someone were to buy an Apple computer today, and or let's say you bought a personal computer, a PC, the computer is made by, let's say, Dell, but then the software in the computer would be Microsoft, let's say, or Adobe or whatever that is. So I basically make the systems, and you're like the computer and I'm like the software. It's kind of how I would describe our relationship. Yeah. Tim, I want to ask you this. You and I reconnected. I think it was in the year 2000 and what was it? Maybe 2010. Is that right? 2011, maybe, or no, maybe further down the road. Maybe 2013.
2012.
Okay, so 2012, and at that time I was 5 years removed from the DJ business, and you were how many years removed from tax and accounting software?
It was about 10, 11 years.
We met. How did we re-meet? What was the first interaction? There was some interaction where you and I first connected. I just remember that somehow you and I went to Hideaway Pizza. But do you remember when we first reconnected?
Yeah. Well, we had that speaking thing that.
There it was. So it was Victory Christian Center. I was speaking there.
My name is Robert Redmond. I actually first met Clay almost 3 years ago to the day. I don't know if he remembers it or not, but I wasn't working with him at the time. I asked to see him and just ask him some questions to help, direct my life, to get some mentorship. But I've been working with Clay for now just over a year. The role I play here is a business coach, business consultant. I work with different businesses, implementing best practice processes and systems that I have learned here by working with Clay. And the experience working here has, to put it real plainly, has been just life-changing. I have not only learned new things and have gained new knowledge, but I have gained a whole new mindset that I believe wherever I end up will serve me well throughout the rest of my life. Since working with Clay, I have learned so much. I mean, I would like to say almost everything about business in terms of the different categories. I haven't learned it all, but I've learned all about marketing. I've learned about advertising. I've learned about branding. I've learned how to create a sales process for organizations in any industry. I've learned how to sell. I've learned how to create repeatable systems and processes and hold people accountable. How to hire people. It's almost like every aspect of a business you can learn. I have learned a lot in those different categories. And then, again, the mindset that I've gained here has been huge. Working here, you can't be a mediocre person. You are called to a higher standard of excellence. And then as you're called to that standard here, you begin to see those outcomes in every area of your life, that standard of excellence that you want to implement no matter what you're involved in. I would like to describe the other people that work with Clay are people that are going somewhere with their life. Marshall in the group interview talks about how the best fits for this organization are the people that are goal-oriented. So they're on their own trajectory, and we're on our own trajectory. And the best fits are those people where there can be a mutually beneficial relationship, that as we pursue our goals and we help the business pursue those goals, the business helps us pursue our goals as well. And so I'd say people that are driven, people that want to make something of their lives, people that are goal-oriented, they're focused, and they're committed to overcoming any adversity that may come their way. Clay's passion for helping business owners grow their businesses it's unique in that I don't know if there's anyone else that can be as passionate. Whenever a business starts working with Clay, it's almost as like Clay is running that business in the sense that he has something at stake. He's just serving them. They're one of his clients, but it's as if he is actively involved in the business. Whenever they have a win, he's posting it all over his social media. He's shouting it across the room here at Thrive. He's sending people encouraging messages. He can kind of be that life coach and business coach in terms of being that a motivator and that champion for people's businesses. It's again unique because there's no one else I've seen get so excited about and passionate about other people's businesses. The kind of people that wouldn't like working with Clay are people that are satisfied with mediocrity. People that want to get through life by just doing enough, by just getting by. People who are not looking to develop themselves, people who are not coachable, people who think that they know it all and they're unwilling to change. I would say those are the type of people. In short, anyone that's content with mediocrity would not like working with Clay. So if you're meeting Clay for the first time, the advice I'd give you is definitely come ready to take tons of notes. Every time Clay speaks, he it gives you a wealth of knowledge that you don't want to miss. I remember the first time that I met Clay, I literally carried a notebook with me all around. I was looking at this notebook the other day, actually. I carried a notebook with me all around, and I just took tons of notes. I filled the entire notebook in about 3 or 4 months, just from being around Clay, following him, and learning from him. And then I would say, come coachable. Be open to learning something new. Be open to challenging yourself. Be open to learning and adjusting parts about you that need to be adjusted.